You know what? I'll be back. Ah, much better. Alright, so welcome back. I don't think that's a good setup. Hold on. Great. So it looks like we'll probably go through the same exact shot that we did last time. Today's video, a lot of people seem to like the last one. Today's video, we'll talk about price gouging, hoarding, what do I think about the flea market sales, garage sales for the future. These have been a lot of questions and comments and concerns that I've kind of seen also since the last video, as well as in that last video that I kind of just sat down and talked to you guys about. What's my opinion on price gouging from a reseller standpoint? Alright, so pretty much a lot of people, I would say in the reseller world, kind of, you know, they prey on this kind of moment to happen. They prey on products being worth more than you can purchase them for. Essentially, the secondhand market is valuing items higher than you can buy for at a retail market. And I think the big issue here, and a big issue with reselling, and a big issue with, let's say, price gouging in general, is anything that you sell on a secondhand market that you make a profit on, it seems to upset a lot of people. All right. One thing that I see with price gouging in general, and every time that people do price gouge, is the person making the sales is essentially making an investment. No different than if you buy stuff in the stock market. No more than, you know, if you go out and buy something with the idea that it's going to appreciate in value. Let's say Beanie Babies. You go out, you buy two. One for your kid to use, another one to probably sell later. That's going to be a collector's item. Essentially, you're trying to sell something for more than what it's worth. That is essentially price gouging at a more fundamental standpoint. My biggest issue with price gouging is I think it's socially acceptable and somewhat ethically acceptable to use price gouging to your benefit only for pleasurable items, not for items that rely on health standards or can affect your mental or physical statement, your mental or physical strength, your mental or physical well-being. That is where I draw the line. It is one thing to buy and sell a product to make a profit on it if it's something like a toy or a game. In most cases, you'll see a lot people do price gouge on limited released clothing items such as sneakers. What happens is people go out there and they take 3 hours a day, 6 hours in a day. Look at Apple iPhones, for example. People wait out in front of a place, sit there for 10 or 12 hours, maybe a day, maybe 2 days, and they sell the product for a higher markup, essentially price gouging the item. But the big issue there is people are paying a premium, and the people who are selling it are receiving a premium for their time invested. Similar to what's going on right now with toilet paper, hand sanitizer, all these different cleaning products. People are paying a premium for someone else's money invested and time invested. However, I strongly discourage this kind of action. I think it's in poor well-being. When you talk to someone about their well-being, you know, their mental stage, their physical stage, to take away from someone for, you know, take away someone's, you know, ability to live or possibly get sick to help pad your pockets, I'm not a fan of that. I don't like that at all. I think it's in very poor taste. I don't condone it. So from a reselling standpoint, I'm really against it. I know a lot of other resellers out there on YouTube are for it. I'm against it. That's my belief. It is what it is. I know a lot of people want to hear it. I think when it comes to pleasurable items, such as toys, games, stuff like that, clothing, things that you can just go out and buy something else, it's the same exact, you know, item. It costs less. It might not have the right logo on it, or it might be a year older. That's different, all right? You know, and in some cases, I think that's a big issue that I think a lot of people kind of seem to get confused about. In terms of hoarding, you know, I see a lot of people are very upset that people are hoarding up toilet paper, they're hoarding up hand sanitizer, cleaning supplies, soaps, stuff like that. You know, that is something else I'm against. You can take 3 or 4 cases of toilet paper and think that's perfectly fine, Well, I hate to break to you, 3 or 4 cases of toilet paper is not going to get you through 6 months or a year. It's not. So in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks from now, other people who don't have any, and you still have stockpiled for another 2 or 3 months, they're not going to get anything. If they're running out now, they have no opportunity to get it. It's also in poor taste. You know, we talk about hoarding this, hoarding that. You have to hoard a lot of stuff and hoard it for a very, very long time to kind of get by in life, to kind of be supplied for the next 2 or 3 years, all right? I think a lot of people just don't think, right? You know, it's like if everyone just bought 2, and a lot of these stores are making you only limited to, I think everyone would be a lot happier, right? We wouldn't be stressing so much. There'd be a lot less stress and anxiety and memes and making fun of people. I don't know. That's just kind of my opinion with the hoarding situation. And in terms of like flea markets, this is another thing, is like, how's this going to affect your flea market business, your garage sale business? I've been looking around. I know recently I thought in my mindset, and this is the big issue, I think everyone gets information from a lot of different places and they think they're right. They think they're correct. You know, it's like, oh, this is going to last for 2 years. This is going to last for 6 months. This is going to last for 2 months. It's going to last for another 3 weeks. Everyone puts their own comment, their own thought process on everything. But at the end of the day, not everyone's going to be right. One thing I noticed with myself is I thought with everything going on, my trash picking things, there was going to be an extraordinary amount of supplies, extraordinary amount of, I guess, stuff out there that people are just throwing away. And then I started to realize, once after doing 3 or 4 episodes of trash picking, that that's not the case. All right, we are in a state where a lot of people are panicking. A lot of people are stressed. They're not sitting down and cleaning up stuff. They're not sitting down cleaning out their garage. They're stressed. They are not in the mood to clean because they are panicking. That's it. You know, and I think that's going to affect a lot of other things down the line. You know, I thought maybe people would, you know, think about, hey, look, maybe we shouldn't throw this out. Maybe we should sell at the flea market. And then I thought, well, who's going to really be selling at the flea market when all this thing is still talked about? Everyone's going to have this in the back of their mind for a very, very long time. I don't know. I think flea markets in general are going to see a huge downfall in terms of buyers and sellers. I know my flea market raised their price like 3 months ago. They're like, hey, we're going to raise the price for the premium day of selling. I think that's going to absolutely kill them. You know, they're going to raise their price while everyone else is talking about losing business and going, you know, unemployed. My flea market's like, hey, look, let's raise our price. So unless they go back and kind of change that, I think that can be a very, very huge detrimental thing to their business. I don't think people are going to be selling there. I don't think people are going to be buying there. And people who go out there and try to buy stuff and sell stuff, I hate to break it to you, those $50, $60 items, $80 items, $100 items, they're not going to sell. No one's going out there and going to buy something to put on their wall for decoration for $200 or $300. Last year they might have. Same with furniture. I don't think people are going to be paying a premium for all this stuff when they have something that works perfectly fine at home. I don't see it. I think the people who are junkers, I know I was definitely trying to get out of the business of junk selling at flea markets. I think their business is going to explode. Selling stuff for $1, 50 cents, $2. Everyone's going to try to be saving as much money as possible. I don't think the people out there who pay premium for higher quality items are going to make good business. I don't think those customers as well are not going to be there. I just think the junkers are going to see the biggest increase in sales. I think garage sales and flea markets are going to be going downhill. I think there's just going to be less and less of them. Rummage sales around here are already starting to cancel. I know my flea market already canceled its first week, so who knows with that. In terms of like business on selling on eBay, a lot of people, and this is my realization of this whole situation, is that a lot of people out there who do sell on eBay, who sell on Etsy, if you're selling a product that is a pleasurable product and not really a necessity product, I think you're going to see a huge decrease in sales. I can tell you right now, I know a lot of people who do that. You're just not going to sell stuff. I hate to break it to you, but people out there are not buying $50 t-shirts right now. People out there are not buying $100 t-shirts. People are not buying antiques, you know. One thing I would talk about is if you're not into selling hard goods right now is a great time to get into it. And the reason why I'm saying that is there's a lot of hard goods out there that are very, very sought after. I was looking around the other day. Vacuum cleaner bags. I'm vacuuming my house. I need vacuum cleaner bags. Everyone's vacuuming their house. Go on eBay, go on Amazon, buy vacuum cleaner bags. Those things were hot like 3 years ago. I was selling a ton of them. I was buying them by the boxes, by the cases at auctions, at yard sales, at thrift stores. Thrift stores by me. I mean, they're all closed now. They have vacuum cleaner bags for sale. They always have an area for vacuum cleaners. Vacuum cleaner bags, electronic stuff like that, little parts, little tools. Now's the time to buy that stuff. Broaden your horizons. Printer ink. Everyone's working from home. Think about business. Self-employment business as well as home business. Business supplies are going to go through the roof now because everyone's going to be working from home. I know a lot of people want to sell hand sanitizer and soap and all this. I don't think that's the right avenue to go right now. I think there's a lot of different, well, organic soap's a little bit different, but what I'm talking about is like hand sanitizer, paper towel. I think a lot of substandard thought processes of selling online is selling that kind of product. I think you have to look a little bit deeper and stay away from the pleasurable items such as clothing and stuff like that. So that's kind of my opinion with, you know, buying and selling right now. I think flea markets are going to see a downfall. I think hoarding is not good. You know, you're not going to be able to hoard enough for if this ever did go on forever. I think eventually the supplies at the grocery stores will eventually catch up, and you'll just be kind of wasting your money, wasting your time, and really putting a lot more pressure and stress on everyone else. I know we look a lot about, you know, helping out the seniors, helping out the elderly. You're not helping them out when you're buying 2 shopping carts of toilet paper. You're not. Yeah, great. You go check up on them. You do this. Yeah, well, they're stressed. They're worried about this. So I think a lot of people just have to sit back and stop worrying just about themselves. A lot of people out there are really selfish when it comes to situations like this, and it's only like me versus the world. Well, I hate to break it to you, when this is all done, a lot of people aren't going to be having a lot of friends. It's really unfortunate, but a lot of people's true colors come out at this time. So that's kind of what I think. Stay away from hoarding. I think price gouging is not okay from a reseller standpoint even. But, you know, everyone's different ethically. Everyone thinks differently. I know some people probably won't even agree with this message. But, you know, that's just my opinion. I know a lot of people wanted to hear it. I had a lot of messages and questions and concerns about these 2 topics, price gouging and hoarding. Did want to throw a little flea market and business in there in case you guys were wondering about what might happen to the future and my 2 cents on the topic. But that's that. Hopefully everyone's staying all right. We have another fun week ahead of us. A lot of great trash picking and hopefully some other kind of content thrown in there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smack the like button. Subscribe down below for more treasure hunts as well as, I guess, speeches for the future. This continues to go on and you guys enjoy this series. I have no problem to give my opinion. And yeah, catch you guys next time for next adventure. Until next time, have a great day. Keep living the dream. Peace.